Commanders rookie cornerback Mike Sainristil is literally becoming a superstar right in front of our eyes, and I'm honestly super excited to see him grow as time goes on. But in this last game, he definitely was a big factor helping them advance to the next round of the playoffs. And what I wanted to do is kind of break down some of that film in this video. So let's kind of dive in. So first thing we're going to notice here, looks like a little bit of a cover 4. Drop him back, drop these guys all back into big zone coverages. We got probably a mid read. You got more of a flat over here. And then you got a flat over here as well, right? Now, route concept wise, we're going to motion over 11. He's going to be in a curl over the middle, running back straight out the backfield. This is going to be kind of a clear route. We're also going to get a dig, and then we're going to get a post down the field by Jameson Williams. Now, whenever you're in a zone coverage, your job is to specifically read the eyes of the quarterback. And keep in mind, this is right before halftime. Detroit is driving down the field, trying to get a little bit of momentum back into this game, down by 10. Now, first thing we're going to notice is Frankie Louvu explodes off the edge, gets Jared Goff to step up in the pocket. But we have this dig breaking wide open over the middle, which is going to take one of these quarters and bring them down. Now we have one-on-one down the field, Jameson Williams versus our guy, Mike Sainristil. Now, Mike Sainristil does what a lot of DBs don't do. He kind of baits the quarterback in thinking this is wide open, right? My other safety, my other help over here, he bites down, and JMO has all the leverage on me, but Mike Sainristil has speed to him. This dude's acceleration is next level, so he's gonna bait Jared Goff into thinking this is wide open, which it does look like he's wide open. It looks like if you lead this good enough, it could be an easy touchdown. But Mike Sainristil, out of nowhere, burst of speed. Again, watch this route at the top of the key, okay? Right here, you think this is open, right? He's got that leverage. But again, Mike Sainristil, look at that pace. Look at that pace. This is baiting the quarterback to a T. Beautiful job. And if you're Jared Goff, maybe you just take the dig over the middle. Maybe you take the one-on-one down the left side with Marshawn Lattimore. But I don't know, man. Mike Sainristil, this dude is an absolute beast. We're going to break down a ton of film on him. Before we dive into the video, give me a letter grade down below on Mike Sainristil's season, his playoffs, and do you think this dude is a future superstar in the making? Yes or no? Let's dive into some film. All right, here's another insane play here. Ben Johnson, the Lions, they try to run these trick plays, and I guarantee you during the weekly, install, you're taught, and these defensive linemen, linebackers, DBs, they're taught, hey, we got to be careful, right? If you bite down on a certain play call, you might be allowing an 80-yard touchdown down the field. So right here, we're going to get a fake toss out wide to Jahmyr Gibbs, and then we're going to hand it off to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is then going to pitch it back around to Jameson Williams. Yeah, a lot of eye candy on this play, but I want to show you Mike Sainristil, right? Right when we get that fake pitch to the right side here, you're going to notice Mike Sainristil never overcommits, and a lot of the time, whenever you watch that quarterback toss it out wide, a lot of guys like to overcommit, and then you're done because the tight end leaks out, and it's really goes downhill from there. But Mike Sainristil, not once does he overcommit to anything. He keeps his eyes on the football. He knows exactly what's going on. He even takes a third peek into the backfield, and now notices, okay, now JMO's got the ball back there. He sees, okay, right away he's in throwing formation. He's about to throw this ball. So again, doesn't overcommit up. He stays down the field and plays this absolutely perfectly. And once again, he does something he didn't really have to do. He turns his back away from Jameson Williams, because now as a quarterback or a wide receiver throwing the ball, you think, okay, DB's back is turned. I'm going to throw it up and hope my guy turns around first, gets in position. So that's what JMO does. He throws that thing. He says, one-on-one coverage, I'll take it, right? Throws it down the field, and Mike Sainristil baits him into an interception, baits him into a bad decision, and this is just a great defensive play by Mike Sainristil. Once again, you got that one-on-one, turn your back. Now JMO's like, okay, he's not even going to look at me. I'm throwing this ball, right? Poorly thrown. I mean, guys, great job by Mike Sainristil. That's 2 picks in a playoff game from a rookie DB. Oh man, this dude is special. I have a lot of fun watching his film. Let's get into the next one. I also think that he's a very smart zone player at times. Now, what do I mean by that? So right here, we're going to be in a little bit of a cover 2 defense where we're going to be responsible for the flats. Now, whenever you're in the flats, you can play, a hard flat up here. You can play a little bit of a cloud, maybe a soft flat. But you need to be able to look for work, right? Now, what do I mean by look for work? If no one's in your zone, you need to be able to look around you and make sure there's nobody around you, right? Or you need to drop it, make it a little bit more in-depth, right? So as this play starts to break down, we get a nice little 5-man scat protection, slide to the right from the offensive line here, man-to-man to the left. We're going to see Mike Sainristil actually give a little bit more depth here to his zone and drop back a little bit further than he needs to. As you can see, you got a hook curl, you got a hook curl, you got a flat over here, right? This is all supposed to be in line, but Mike Sainristil notices, okay, there's 2 guys breaking behind me. Let me actually get a little bit more depth here and just make sure I'm closer to these wide receivers. But he's also going to look back this direction just to make sure Amon-Ra's not getting to that hard flat of his zone, right? So looking for more work, using that depth, getting back just a little bit more, and then you have your mid read here. You got your, your half safety, another half safety up there, right? But just does a really good job. Now, he's not targeted on this play. They throw it into the dirt, but I like how he gets depth here and doesn't just, play the exact zone, right? Obviously, he's supposed to drop right there. He's supposed to stop right here. All of these guys supposed to be in this position. They drop back, they look for extra work, and they're seeing if they're needed anywhere else. I like the way Mike Sainristil does that until the ball is in the dirt. Good job by Mike. Now, actually, before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a massive favor. Hit the like button if you want more of these videos to start to come out. More Commanders videos are probably going to come out. But if you want more individual player breakdowns, let me know who you guys want to see next. With that being said, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. Let's dive back in. All right, another play I liked. Now, we're going to have a little bit of press man coverage to the top. Mike Sainristil, I believe that's Tim Patrick, who is a bigger wide receiver. We're actually going to send pressure off the edge and have this safety come down and guard this little swing route to the running back. The wide receiver at the top is going to be in a, just a quick slant, right? You're just going to try to get over the middle of the field, create this one-on-one. Now, usually when you have that one-on-one versus a smaller DB, again, turns into a yes-no read, but Mike Sainristil does a really good job pressing at the point of attack with this route, and since they blitz this linebacker here and have pressure off the edge, he has no time to really wait for this. But even if he did wait for it, right, for a split second, he looks at it because he's like, okay, we might break over the middle early, might have a little bit of separation. It just never gets open. Sainristil does a great job pressing and not allowing any separation from the start to the finish. I mean, it is absolutely clamped up. Great job by Mike Sainristil in press coverage on a bigger defender, jamming him up at that point of attack. They end up dumping it down here to Jahmyr Gibbs, who gets broken up, doesn't get any yards. But again, that first read was going to be that slant. Once that safety starts to move over, we love that if you're the quarterback. But man, Sainristil gave him no time to throw that ball, and then we had good pressure off the edge as well. Let's go, man. Love it. All right, here's a play I really liked because we get to see the sideline to sideline type of player that Mike Sainristil is. So right here, all we're going to see is an in route over the middle. And actually, let me advance this just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better as they start to set up defensively. Okay, so again, what we're going to get is this inward slant, but he wants to wall off Bobby Wagner. We're going to get this swing out wide, and then we're going to clear out with Tim Patrick, get to that safety or that DB, and just get across the middle of the field. Now, again, we're going to set this pick. It's going to work perfectly for the offense here in Detroit. But watch Mike Sainristil, right? He's going to make the tackle on this play. He's going to be the one to make the tackle on this play, which is incredible. I like the sideline to sideline player. Never gives up on a play. Never just stops running, right? Just go, 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 right? And that's what he does here. Ends up making the tackle. Obviously, they pick up 23 yards. But again, if he wasn't there, who knows? This could have been a really big pickup and maybe even a touchdown here since he makes this guy. I mean, think about it. If Mike Sainristil is not right here, right? These guys are already letting off the gas. I don't know, man. I'm telling you. Good tackle there by Mike Sainristil. Could have been a lot worse. Now, I'm not one that likes to harp in on all of the great plays, but more importantly, I want to take a look at some plays that maybe he does get beat. Maybe he wasn't put in the perfect situation to make a play call. And right here, we're going to get this crazy, 12 personnel set where you got 2 tight ends left. You got the running back in the backfield here. We got off coverage by a good chunk of yards here. You have 2 high safeties, which is cool, but this is going to really fast turn into a yes-no read for the quarterback. Once he sees this safety bite down, boom. Right now, this turns into a yes-no read for Jared Goff, where he sees this one-on-one where we're going to run inside and then we're going to break to the out with off coverage. I mean, just a perfect play call with no high safety, no help over the top. I mean, just a great call by the offense, right? And Jared Goff is going to throw this ball, right? Great anticipation. We just got that off cover to 3 yards. You're going to see Mike Sainristil slip and fall for just a split second. Nothing crazy, but just gets beat a little bit here. Jameson Williams so quick within his routes, in and out of his cuts. Very hard route to beat, especially if you have off coverage, no high safety behind you. You really cannot allow JMO to outrun you, which is why Mike Sainristil here specifically keeps trying to get that separation at a good level so he doesn't get beat down the field. Ultimately gives up a 19-yard catch here early in this game. But again, when you're covering a guy like JMO, no safety help, you have to prevent the deep ball. Either way, gives up a 19-yard catch here. All right, with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video here. He just wasn't targeted a lot in this football game, but when he was, came down with 2 interceptions, did allow a couple of catches here and there, some tackles. But ultimately did have a really big game, was an X factor in this win. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and more Commanders individual player breakdown coming soon, man.